March is Colorectal Cancer Awareness Month, and colorectal cancer is the second leading cause of cancer death in the United States for men and women combined, with more than 50,000 people expected to die this year from colorectal cancer. But there is hope. With early detection and treatment, you can beat colorectal cancer. And this morning, cancer survivor Michael Holtz is here to share his story of overcoming colon cancer. Good morning, Michael.
Good morning.
Share your story with us if you would, please.
Sure. So I was diagnosed with stage 3B rectal cancer in March of 2012, 5 days after my 43rd birthday, actually. And I spent a year in treatment, radiation therapy and oral chemo. I had surgery and then 6 months of follow-up chemo after that. And should not be here, but because of advances in treatment and because I got that colonoscopy, I'm here, and there is hope for anybody who needs to who's having symptoms, who has a history of polyps or colorectal cancer in their family, or if you're over age 45, you need to get screened. It's time.
That is the message that you want to get out to folks right now, that the early detection is key, isn't it?
Absolutely. And the pandemic hasn't made that any easier. We know that there are 22 million people who missed their cancer screenings in just the first 3 months of the pandemic last year. And there are estimates that over the next 10 years, we'll see an additional 10,000 deaths from cancer, excess deaths from cancer as a result. And that's only from the first 3 months of the pandemic. So if you missed a screening during the pandemic, if it was delayed, if you rescheduled or didn't reschedule it, it got canceled, now is the time to schedule that screening and get back on track.
Talk to us. You're doing some advocacy for the American Cancer Society right now. Tell us about the CAN Lead program with the American Cancer Society.
Sure. So I'm the state lead volunteer for the American Cancer Society Cancer Action Network. We're basically the legislative advocacy arm of ACS, and we work with lawmakers at the local, state, and federal level to pass legislation that impacts cancer and cancer patients and survivors. Our biggest issue always is increasing federal funding for cancer research. But one of the great things that we accomplished last year was we closed a loophole in Medicare actually related to colonoscopies, where if you're a Medicare recipient and you had a colonoscopy and it was clean, it was covered by Medicare. But if they found a polyp, the diagnostic test suddenly became a procedure, and you could have gotten a surprise bill for several hundred to several $1,000s, depending on where you lived. And it took us 10 years, but we finally closed that loophole last year. So we do a lot of work around ensuring people who need care get access to the health care they need. We're actually working on some issues related to actually the COVID stimulus package, making sure that people who maybe lost their jobs or lost their insurance can have access to the care that they need. So there is lots that we're doing.
And Michael, if we got a few moments left here, if you had one message for our viewers this morning concerning your situation and Colorectal Cancer Awareness Month, what would that message be?
Oh, early detection absolutely is key. Early detection saves lives. I know people fear the prep. They've heard the horror stories of the prep for colonoscopies. I would do that every day of my life to never hear the words, "You have cancer," ever again.
All right. Michael, thank you so much for sharing your story, and thank you for everything you're doing statewide.
Thank you so much. Thanks for having me.
All right, it's Michael Holtz there, folks. We got some information for you right there on the screen. Early detection, that is the key. We'll be back with more Daytime in a few moments.